Hello, this is Chantel, and welcome back to Heavy on the Chai. Before we start, quick disclaimer: I'm not a therapist or a financial advisor. I'm just sharing where I've been and what I've lived and what I'm learning and what I am currently rebuilding. Some of what I mention may hit close to home, so please be mindful that this is my testimony and I'm opening up and being very transparent about my rebuild, and hopefully it will help someone who is in a similar situation. It's been about 3 years since my last upload. And if you followed me for a while, you know a lot can happen in 3 years. I disappeared from YouTube uploading videos. I still watch YouTube. I'm still in some of the chats of the lives. And I still contact some of my YouTube smaller creator sister friends who have been very, very gracious during this time. But life didn't stop. In fact, my life got louder. Today, I'm getting ready with makeup I actually wear now. No foundation, no full glam, just my everyday routine. Most of it is old, a little busted, sort of customized, but it still works, just like me. The storm. When I left YouTube, I came back to California. A lot of you know I spoke of this previously, to help care for my aunt. She got sick, then she got better, then she got sick again. For a while, we thought she had beat it, but the storm had other plans. Around that same time, when she thought that she beat it, I accepted a new job in Palm Desert with her blessings and decided to go back to school in my preparation of becoming an HIM director. It was a big move. I had just came back to Cali, and now I'm going to relocate to Palm Desert, which is about 100 miles from my house. A smaller paycheck and a bigger role in leadership of operations, coding, release of information, all of the things. And I wanted the operational leadership experience. My goal, which has happened, is becoming a director and a business owner, consulting in the HIM mid-revenue space. It was supposed to be a step forward, that move and that job pay cut, but instead it stretched me. It stretched me so thin. On top of that, I had the nerve to get engaged. And I'll never forget when my ex-fiance said, "You look great on paper, but in real life, you're overwhelmed. You stretch financially, mentally, emotionally. You don't have time for a relationship." You don't have time for a husband. That I needed to set boundaries and stop always rescuing people. I was juggling work, school, family, and trying to hold it all together. So, after my aunt relapsed in her health, I asked her if she wanted me to stop school and quit the job, because I would, to keep my word to her. And she said no. She said, do what you can to spend as much time with me, and I'm good with that. So I devised a plan to every Thursday night, I drive from Palm Desert to Palmdale. And that is over an hour, over 100 miles. And I would return on Sunday evenings to Palm Desert to prepare for work on Monday. And during that time, I would study and do homework when she was asleep. When Monday came around, I was running on fumes, caffeine, prayer, and adrenaline, because I had stepped into how do I say this professionally? There were a lot of things happening in the midst of me coming on new in this position. And I had to navigate that space to get what I sacrificed to get the experience, and to, as long as I could, mind my own business. That was very trying. When my aunt passed, I held on to every memory, every prayer, every lesson. And while my heart broke, I remembered what scripture says. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 8. And my aunt was a prayer warrior. And I felt relief after her suffering ended. I talked to God constantly. Sometimes in my apartment in the desert alone, I would cry out loud. Other times I would just sit in silence, and I just asked God for his guidance and to lead my footsteps one foot in front of the other. That pace took a toll, mentally, physically, emotionally. My hair is an example. It started falling out. The texture changed, the density changed. And I kept telling people, I'm like, something's going on with my hair. But nobody listened. They didn't hear me. They thought I was being dramatic, I guess. I guess that's what they thought. But my hair, there was no denying it. I had to chop it off. I had to do a big chop, and I did that about a year ago. And I dyed my hair honey blonde because I needed something new, something that reminded me that I was still here. Now it's in that awkward growing stage and phase, but that's okay. I gained this stress weight, and I don't know how to explain it, because it was almost like as soon as the stress left, that fluffiness left also. I lost so much sleep. I became so sleepless, scatterbrained. It was very hard for me to focus or to retain things. My brain was overwhelmed, honestly. So during that time, I started making sure I was hydrated, taking omega-3, B12s, and the B vitamins and vitamin C, and really taking walks and just praying and clearing my head. But more than focus, I lost people. I lost people that I thought were my friend. I lost family, and I lost relationships. Some because of distance, some because of boundaries, some because I asked my friends to take me off the social calendar because I didn't have the time or the capacity to fit any social events in. And that's something we'll talk about in upcoming videos. How setting boundaries can cost you relationships, but it saves your peace. What stayed? Through everything, makeup stayed. Makeup stayed a part of me. Not the luxury hauls or the new releases, but the quiet, simple ritual of getting ready. It's like no matter how I looked, the power of makeup could make me feel better. And remember, this is the same makeup I love so much that I moved this makeup, and it's a lot, physically, from Dallas to San Gabriel Valley to Palm Desert and back again. The makeup has been with me through every version of me. So today's look is very light, and I use comfortable makeup that I packed, and you'll see in a bag that I usually have in my car. My friends will tell you that I'll have it in my car. My favorite place to put on my makeup for some reason is in the car, usually in somebody's parking lot. But it represents where I am now. I'm not pretending, I'm not masking, I'm not overspending, and I'm no longer performing. Currently, I'm in the rebuilding stage. I've made repairs to my house, thank God to YouTube again for teaching me some DIYs. And this has come after years. I've been in this house for over 20 years, from years of neglect, of me living in other places and other spaces and not really. And honestly, the house was pretty new, so it didn't need a lot of repair. And now, with wear and tear, it's time. Rebuilding my finances after experiencing 2 bouts of joblessness and transition. Trying to take better care of my health. My goal is to walk more, to stretch more, to use weights more, drinking water, eating what nourishes instead of numbs. I'm rediscovering what joy looks like after 50, not to mention perimenopause. In upcoming parts of this video, I will go deeper. I want to discuss the engagement and what it taught me about emotional boundaries and choosing myself. Career challenges and what unemployment taught me about faith and having emergency savings. How repairing your home when you yourself feel broken. how I'm rebuilding finances after debt. Yes, credit card debt, lots of debt that I didn't have prior to coming to California, but accumulated with some of the decisions that I made. And finding myself again through getting fit, physically fit, because at this age, my body needs more muscle. Physically fit is because it's all connected to the mental and the emotional. And building community, because we all need a safe space to not only talk about makeup, which is surface level, but to dig deeper while still loving makeup, but making smarter choices. I know for me, I'm buying what I actually will use and not chasing the next new thing. That's in my makeup. That's in my clothes and my shoes. So this is a call to you to see what you've been going through in the last 3 years. Have you been going through a storm? In my opinion, our country is going through a storm. If so, drop a comment and tell me where you are in the process. Are you rebuilding your career, your health, and your confidence? Are you preparing for retirement? Is retirement even on your agenda? I know the majority of people who listen to Heavy on the Chai or watch the makeup videos are part of this community, are at least in their late 30s to 70. And let's catch up. I've missed you. And I want this space to feel like a safe catch up over coffee or chai. Again, thank you for joining me in the next phase. Part 2, coming soon. I love you, and welcome back to Heavy on the Chai.